Shalom, shalom, this brother Kapaya Yash, back with another lesson. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rikah Kodash, and double honor to the men of Great Millstone that is out there on the highway and byway pushing this truth day in and day out. Also pushing the truth of the worldwide internet, reaching the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind so that we can be beamed up on the chair of salvation to live in the kingdom under King David and the supreme King Yahweh Shai, which he has the title of command and authority and rulership over heaven and earth. The title was given to Yahweh by his father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth of the Bible. To the Akim and Akwa, which are the men and women that listen and continue to pray for more faith, repent, and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, as it states in John 14:15. If ye love me, keep my commandment. Also, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. I want to go in a little bit about Kamala Harrison. I want to go in about being half black and half Indian. Half black and half Indian. What you see here, let me just go to the title of this brother here. He used to be, he had another show some time ago. I can't even think of it. Sapara or something. I can't think of the name of it, but he has a new platform now, a new show called Emancipation Media. And the title of his conversation is Indian woman says Vice President Kamala Harris isn't supported by her community because she is half black. Connotation, what I meant to say earlier. So a lot of people around the world feel that, that is that if you have black, you're not one of us. You are who your father is. And by being a dark color or having black blood, so-called black blood in you, it's a perpetual hatred around the world. The African, India, Japanese, Japan, all nations that had a hand in our captivity hate us. So I just want to focus on, this is going to be something short. I just want to focus on, there's not a such thing as half-breed, but it is a such thing of a perpetual hatred. So I'm going to play this video, then I'm going to go into scripture, and then I'm going to end it. So I'm going to jump in and jump out. So let's just go ahead and play this video. I'm trying not to make it too long. So let's get it.
Now, Vice President Kamala Harris, all her life she's been raised with her mother, who's an Indian woman. She's been raised, with the Indian family, not really with her Jamaican side of the family. And Kamala, for a long time, identified as an Indian woman, but she pulls on the black side when it's convenient. Now, it's a reason why.
Just like a lot of people that's running for office, our people always get deceived by a source of entertainment. I mean, look at what happened in Chicago. I don't need to say anything else.
She didn't want to lean on the black side too much, especially her growing up on the Indian side. I want you to take a look at what this Indian woman has to say about black people.
I kind of get this comment. I know of at least 2 Indian families that disown their daughters because they were marrying black men. And let's be honest, if Kamala Harris was half Indian and half white, we would be much more excited for her candidacy. But now is not the time. Indian women need to get out there and start organizing and not leave it all to black women.
Now do you understand why Vice President Kamala Harris did not really run around talking about blackity black, black, black? According to her, if she had a white parent and an Indian mom, she'd be the top of the top in the Indian world. This same creator.
See, that's this half-breed. A lot of people have been deceived of this half breed, half black and half white, or half black and half Indian. See what this lady, if she knew the history, if she understand that Numbers 1:18, let's go there. Numbers 1:18. If she understood this here, and it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month and declared their pedigree. Pedigree is the bloodline. After their family by the house of their father. The bloodline go by the house of the father, whoever the father is, what nation, what tribe he from, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their poll. So if she understood that it go by the father, and she didn't look at skin color, the darkness, the dark brown of her skin color, she wouldn't say that. She would know that she's a descendant of Esau, Hamilton Brown, when you do the research on Hamilton Brown, which was a slave owner from Ireland that moved to Jamaica and started a town, and he owned slaves. So when you go back to the video, he said that, she said that if it was a white man and the Indian woman or whatever, she'd have been better accepted. So let me go back. Let me just go back a few. Let me go back. And you're going to hear it, so just bear with me 1 second.
I want you to take a look at what this Indian woman has to say about black people.
I kind of get this comment. I know of at least 2 Indian families that disown their daughters because they were marrying black men. And let's be honest, if Kamala Harris was half Indian and half white, we would be much more excited for her candidacy.
See that? It's a perpetual hatred for the Israelites. The white man gave us black back in 1681. So we are not black. We are not no other name that Esau have given us. We are Israelite, but they label us all different types of names. So black, Negro, Afro-American, African-American, colored, whatever. These people, they know us and they hate black people, so-called black people. But if she knew Numbers 1:18, understand you are the father of your bloodline, and that she knew the history of Kamala Harris, that her father was an Edomite, she probably be a little bit accepted. But the ignorance of this half is not a such thing as half. They hate that dark color. They hate anything that's darker than them. But and also Kamala, with the pedigree of her father, she have a perpetual hatred for people of color here in America. Let's pull up a little information about her. If this here get out the way, okay. Come on, Salakia. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. It says here, Kamala Harris facts. Raised in Canada, not California, okay? Not African American. See, they know that, but our people are dumbfounded just like that Indian woman. They're saying that she have. A lot of our people go by, if there's one drop of black, that baby is not white no more. That baby is black. It's stupidness. Indian and Jamaican, you only one. You can't, just like you can't be in 2 places at one time. Unless you in Texarkana, Arkansas, where the state line where you can be in Texas and Arkansas at the same time, something like that. But anyway, Let's go down to the third. It said, imprisoned over 2,000 blacks for minor drug charges and held them past their release date. It's like if you got caught with, smoking weed or whatever, had it on your possession or whatever, and you, some small, let's say you do 2 weeks. I'm just throwing out a number, but she'll hold you in there for 2 months. And also, I will say this here to you, Jakes, if you get caught with weed, you smoking it or whatever, you defiling your temple. So that's judgment from the Heavenly Father. So I don't feel sorry for you, But anyway, for county labor resource, in some respects, slave labor, she's no different from her great-great-great-great-grandfather, Hamilton Brown. She have that perpetual hatred that you will keep a man from his freedom past his due date for free labor. That's a perpetual hatred that she got from Hamilton Brown. But our people can't see that. Our people see that dark skin and they, oh, she's one of us. We love her. The same ignorance of, well, she might be, Indian descent, but she's one of us. See, when you look at color, you don't know if that person's one of you or not. You can't always go by skin color, and that go to that Indian woman that said that if she had a white father and she would have been, or Indian mother and a white father, she had been praised. But that's that, that's the perpetual hatred. So they see skin color too. They don't know. I'm talking about the Indian woman. She don't know that she is of Elamite, which is so-called white man. She don't know because she go by skin color, and they have a perpetual hatred for dark skin. Our people, we look at, if we know that you are of another nation, but you got black in you, our people will say, well, you black. Ignorance on both sides. And we embrace the enemy, and guess what the enemy going to do? The enemy going to fall right back into his natural ways of doing things, just like her father, her great-great-great-grandfather, and she going to go against you Israelites. And y'all are being deceived because of skin color. And you don't know that you taking in a venomous snake, and you gonna get let down again, just like Barack Obama. Our people embraced him because of his charisma. He was articulate. He tried to dance a little bit, but offbeat a little bit. Hell, all black people, also called black people, can't dance. But it's that outside characteristic of that individual. Oh, he one of us. Let's vote. Which is another sin. Tell you Deuteronomy 17 and 15 that you're not supposed to put a king over you to rule over you. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And we will always trust and believe a enemy, which is a lot of our people don't know. The heathen is your enemy. But you go by the skin color and you trust and believe in them. And the Bible tell you, what is it, Deuteronomy 12 and 10? Not to trust thy enemy. So like it's not Deuteronomy. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy. This is not always talking about Esau, Edom. It's talking about the heathen nation also. Like for an iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Heathen nation had us in captivity. All nations had us in captivity. First Maccabees 2 and 10. Let's go there. First Maccabees 2 and 10. And we're going to start at 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets, her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation, what nation had not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoil? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bond slave. So we have been taken by her people. And just because some of her people have that dark, beautiful, brown, golden, red skin, because our skin color come in multiple fashions, our people think that she is one of us, but that is a enemy to you. She's a she's a heathen. Matter of fact, she's of Esau. Because a lot of our people think that, well, she's India and black, but when you do the pedigree, she's Esau. So yeah, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, yeah, it's talking about Kamala and y'all people voting for your enemy. You're going to be let down like Barack Obama. He was your enemy too. He was a heathen of a Ham, African descent. So let's go back to the video. So, uh, like I said, her people are not supporting it because of her skin, and our people are supporting Kamala because of her skin, and we don't know, we don't know that all the hell that's going to be brought up on her, especially onto Jake, because she's a woman too, and she's following the ways of Esau, Edom, and they got receipts on everyone heritage, Esau, Edom, every country that they enslaved, they got receipts on the people, on the men that had children by these slave women. Some of these children might have been deleted, and some of these children, was kept to the side and used for certain reasons. That they didn't delete them, either because the father didn't want them to be deleted. That's my son. I'm going to keep him, and he's going to bring forth children of my pedigree. So they got records of little brown Edomites. And them little brown Edomites probably dealt with enslaved Israelite women, and they are in the mix of us. But they got records, and Kamala Harris knows who she is. So let's go back to the video a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go into the perpetual hatred.
But now is not the time. Indian women need to get out there and start organizing and not leave it all to black women.
Now do you understand why Vice President Kamala Harris did not really run around talking about blackity black, black, black? According to her, if she had a white parent and an Indian mom, she'd be the top of the top in the Indian world. This same creator, I saw she had another video. She said that if she was mixed with Hispanic, she'd have been okay too. But since she's mixed with black, that's a problem. That's why.
See, and that right there, as they say, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the berry, it can be the opposite of the sweeter than juice. We are the most hated out of all the tribes. Who Esau was aiming at during the time of slavery? It was so-called black people. Then brown people, as they labor Hispanic. When you go do research on the sub-Sahara slave trade, who did they focus on? Dark skin, mainly Jake and Eve, Israelite of tribe of Judah. That's who they dealt with. So, I mean, I mean, like I said, the Northern Kingdom, Esau dealt with them too, but the most hated is that dark skin. So let me go to we're gonna stop at the fourth minute. Is it the fourth minute? Let me hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, this is right here. Again, let me just add on to what we just to what I just talked about. That if you was half black, it doesn't matter if the father was black and the mother was Indian, you were pretty much hated on because you are not one of the Indian people. And if the father was Indian and dealt with an Indian woman, you still been hated. Is it's the perpetual hatred, number one. But for as if it was a white man dealing with an Indian woman, you have been loved. It's like I said, it's a perpetual hatred and a lot of ignorance on both sides. Because what the lady said in the beginning, for as have, there's not a such thing as have, and that she knew that Kamala was a Edomite, she still probably been hated on due to that dark skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna go to the second part of this perpetual hatred, and they would disown their own daughters. If they were get with a so-called black man, no different from over here. A lot of white parents would disown their daughters if they get with a black man. It's the perpetual hatred of the people that had us in captivity. Like I said, with the Indian, due to the sub-Saharan slave trade, it just wasn't all Arabs. You had people in India that had slaves that enslaved us also, just like here in America. But anyway, let's go ahead and play this.
In their family, they know this. They will take the life of their own daughter if she even think about marrying a black man. They call it honor killings. Look that mess up. Look it up. But
Esau, primarily over here in Western society, will disown, but the Indians over there will disown plus unalive you. See, that's their perpetual hatred that they have for the children of Israel. No different from Esau, Edom. What is it, 25? Salakia. Hold on, bear with me. Uh, 35. It says here, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had end. So, I mean, it just, that perpetual hatred, they love Esau, Edom, and right along with Elam, because like I said, they had us in slavery too. And they deleted a lot of us because of their skin tone. And they putting it on their children. They will hate and disown their children because of their skin tone. That blackness is what they don't like. But when you look into their society, you got a lot of Elam that is darker than me, that is darker than Barney Mac, and they have it's racism between their amongst their own people. Also, I remember hearing a while back that most of your pale Elam Indian people live in the north, and a lot of your darker skinned Elam or Indian descent live in the southern part of India, and they have the rich up north and the poor in the south, pretty much because of that hatred of their skin tone. So listen, these people, they truly don't like us, and by Kamala being, having, she's a descendant of Edom, but she grew up in the Indian house setting. I'm sure, hearing it from her mother's side of the family, how they dislike black people as well. So she got a double portion from the from Indian side and through the bloodline of her great, of her father, you know, because it's in her blood to dislike Edom. I mean, to dislike the children of Israel. That's why she did what she did. When you pull up Kamala Harris's facts with that, 2,000 brothers, kept them past their release date, and also she wanted to execute her brother, and he had proof. They had proof that he didn't do it, but she did not sign off to take him off death row. Someone else had to go over her to get him out of there. I'm telling you that this is a perpetual hatred that these people that hate you, and listen. That perpetual hatred don't always have to look like Indian people or look like white people. They can look like your own people. It's through the bloodline. It's through the bloodline. If your father is a heathen, then you're going to do the work of a heathen. And the heathen hate that Israelite dark skin. So I'm going to end it right there. I mean, that's pretty much I had to say on this particular deal here. She's not getting any support from her own people because of that dark skin, due to the ignorance of have and have, and also a perpetual hatred from the heathen nation as well, dealing with the children of Israel. I'm going to end it right there. Hopefully this was edifying. See you on the next video. Shalom.